Now, certainly throughout Europe, I think same characteristics where there is a shortage of supply, speculative overhangs being taken up. There's very little speculative development, so we are seeing a hardening of terms, and that creates challenges where we are in a typical contract logistics tender, average term 3 years. We would like to try and back-to-back that risk, but instead we're seeing some residual lease exposure, which we have to address with our customer.
And from the, if you're looking, because you're obviously pan-Europe plainly, are there particular countries that are where pricing is harder? What do you see in terms of the differences between the countries and the UK versus continental Europe? How do you see that?
Yeah, I think it follows wider economic fortunes. As Mike said earlier on, I think the UK is particularly marked, and we're beginning to see evidence of rental growth here. Maybe coming to areas of Western and Northern Europe as well.
And are there particular areas where you're seeing more potential for growth, and so there are particular countries that you're thinking, okay, these are areas where we may need to look at developing more stock or taking more space?
Yeah, generally as a mature base within traditional continental Europe, the introduction of e-commerce provides greater opportunity for growth, but geographically we'd be looking towards more emerging markets, and in Europe that would be Turkey and Russia.
Okay, interesting. And how easy is Russia in terms of accessing that market, would you say?
It's very difficult. Yeah.
It's just because I'm doing a Russia briefing in about a week's time. So
extremely limited vacancies, long lead time for delivery of facilities, and uncertainties around that. And you need to address those risks with your customer and try and negotiate a way forward on a tripartite basis with developer, 3PL, and customer.
And in terms of Turkey, you see that as a big area of opportunity?
It has been, although growth has dropped off there in the past. We've been quite willing to take on speculative space, and we have successfully filled that space. We are unlikely to do that elsewhere, but we've got some major concentrations around healthcare and consumer around Istanbul.